Okay, 5 hours of sleep, 14.5-hour plane flight. Business class won't suck. We can do this. All right, let's go.
Why am I smacking myself? Let me explain. I got up at 5, took a plane flight, flew across the country, landed at LAX, ran around, boarded a bus, waited, and here we are. But hey, flying business class to Taipei on China Airlines is going to be absolutely worth all of this. Landing in LAX, the international terminal is actually very nice, and the LED displays are kind of insane. Look at this. China Airlines has a partnership with Korean Airlines to use their lounge at LAX, and out of the gates, it is gorgeous. Look at this woodwork. It was really nice to be in a lounge with chill vibes like this, because the one in JFK, the Delta Lounge, was absolutely insane. It's big and calm. It has authentic vibes too, with the Korean TV going in the background. I mean, seriously, look at that LED display. The food situation wasn't as nice as the Delta Lounge at JFK, but I'll take zen and a little dial back over the madness of the New York energy. It did have some interesting things, like pumpkin porridge and obligatory instant noodles with chopsticks. Nice touch. The cold bar had typical things like fruits and vegetables and some actually pretty nice looking sandwiches over there in the corner. The bar was self-serve and it was pretty mediocre, but since I don't really drink soft drinks or alcohol, I was totally fine with it. However, the espresso machine was top-notch.
Why am I just eating pumpkin soup and espresso? Because I've heard that the food on China Airlines is insane. And even though I'm really hungry, I don't want to spoil my stomach.
By the time I got to the lounge, I only had about 30 or 40 minutes. So when I got done eating, it was basically time to go. And if I had known about that shower early on, 100% would have taken one. That is amazing.
I am so excited. I flew economy to Taipei back in November and it was excellent, and I can only imagine how amazing business class is gonna be.
So China Airlines does this weird thing where they line everybody up ahead of time before boarding. I don't really get the point, but I suppose it does make things neat.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you. I'm fine.
How's it going today?
Great, thank you.
Good.
Can you step on the blue and look at the screen?
Yes.
Look at the screen. Hi, welcome. You're seated 8 this way, please. 15A.
Okay. Bucci. Yes. Thank you.
The cabin is pretty much immaculate, and I love the design of the seats. They're spacious, sleek, and also have personality. The screen displays were absolutely adorable with the cartoons, and this continued for another 4 or 5 minutes. Already, I'm blown away by the creativity, simplicity, and thoughtfulness of the cabin, which are qualities that I loved about Taiwan in general.
Apple juice, orange juice, or mineral water.
Thank you. The seat is super spacious, and it has a great design, and I especially love how much counter space there is on the side there. This menu is no joke. It looks more like the spread at a Michelin-starred restaurant than an airplane. Miso curry sauce, Mont Blanc cake, traditional Chinese breakfast? It's incredible. A huge surprise for me was the drink menu, which featured a number of high-end Taiwanese teas. So excited.
Please switch to flight mode and turn off Wi-Fi function before the entry door is closed.
Just the attention to detail already is super inspiring. So for total flight time, we're looking at about 14 hours. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I wouldn't call it short either. Between the 5 hours of sleep and 6-hour flight to LAX, I feel kind of like a zombie, but hey, I'm not going to complain. This has been exceptional already. The coastline of California will never not be gorgeous. Wow. I could look at this all day. The Amenities Kit was sharp, and it came in a chic, thick paper cloth bag. It almost felt like a high-end fabric. I was so surprised at the neon yellow bag that came out, and the partnership brand absolutely blew my mind. The super cool thing about a bag like this is I will totally reuse it. It's made out of good materials, and I have plenty of cables and toiletries and whatnot to carry around in Taiwan. Very, very nice move, China Airlines. The lip balm and body lotion is from the Norwegian brand Spreckenhus, which is really high-end stuff. And they got a cool story too, I looked them up. Also, we've got a cool folding hairbrush. And to be honest, I'm not sure what this is, but it might be one of those straps that people hang their iPhones around their neck with. And it wouldn't be Taiwan without a toothbrush and toothpaste in a small packet. This seat has so much storage. Here we've got some really solid headphones, which I didn't use, but they almost look noise canceling. Some slippers, and the control for the TV, which looks like an old PlayStation controller. In addition to the two storage compartments up top, there's also one below, down here on the left, and right here on the right, which came with a water bottle on the inside, and it's an adjustable armrest, which I thought was pretty cool. The LED display screen that controls the seat is really cool looking, and it also controls a lamp over there on the corner. Not surprised in the least, but the slippers are really nice as well. Not gonna wear them, but it does remind me it's time to take the shoes off. We've got a long flight ahead. For starters, I ordered some Japanese sencha tea, and they brought these crunchy snacks, which I saw all over Taiwan in most of the hotel rooms I stayed at last time. And the tea is outstanding. Funny thing about those snacks is they come in different countries, but I think the snacks are all the same. So it's just the package on the outside that changes. The seats on this China Airlines flight are so private, you can't see or hear anybody else. It's like I'm in my own little enclave here. Even the towel that they set down is of high quality. The first course of the dinner came, and it looks pretty fantastic. We've got cured duck with roasted beets and ricotta cheese, a garden salad, and 2 different types of bread. I can't remember the last time I saw cured duck in a restaurant, let alone an airplane. Since I really didn't study the menu, I wasn't expecting this intermezzo soup to come. And boy, was I surprised. It was a truffle parsnips creamy soup, and it was actually kind of sweet. So this is what we call a happy accident. I thought I ordered the cod, but when they placed this pork belly down in front of me, I was so glad I hadn't. I'm not a really big fan of heavy food, even if it has a cultural legacy, but this was incredible. I promise I'm happy, I'm just worn out and eating a lot of heavy food. The dessert was sort of perfect. It was a selection of cheeses and fruits, and then I really wasn't sure what this other thing was in the corner. But apparently it's called Mont Blanc cake, and it was pretty amazing. The cheeses on display were Comté, Camembert, and Purple Moon, all delicious. Alright, this is where I start to nerd out. This tea is a Sun Moon Lake black tea grown in Taiwan. Look at the color. This was hands down one of the best teas I've ever had in my life, and I'm kind of a tea nerd. After dinner, I chilled out and I tried to connect to the wireless internet, but to no avail initially. After about 30 minutes of trying, success. The bathroom didn't blow me away, but it was big and clean and had a nice mist thing that you could spray on your face, so hey, win-win. It is spacious though. Look. And the little lights here. Nice touch. The decoration of the wall paneling was absolutely beautiful. I think it resembles some sort of wood, I'm not sure which one, but it definitely added to the experience of the flight. About 3 hours into the flight, it was time to pack it in. The most amazing thing about this seat is how flat it goes. When I say flat, I mean completely flat. So while I'm sleeping, I should tell you about this snack bar situation that China Airlines has. It's incredible. And one of the flight attendants actually told me that China Airlines has won awards for it. I think one of the coolest things about it is how many products come from Taiwan in this snack bar. So much so that they have a little map showing you the various items and where they come from in the country. Right here. I had no idea they grew chocolate in Taiwan. Can't really see it here, but these are all different types of teas. And on the other side they have pods for espresso, all different varieties. This tray table is probably my favorite one I've ever seen on any airplane ever. So you can pull it down and open it up on a lower level like this, or you can push it all the way up, and that's how you fold it up. Never thought I'd be learning Mandarin and flying to Taiwan twice in a year, but here we are. Which I showed you, it's just high-end, top-notch, through and through, and it's really amazing that the seat lays completely flat. Oh. I opted for the Chinese breakfast, and it was the star of the meal service for sure. Look how beautiful this spread is. Congee, fresh fruits, steamed bun, cabbage roll with tofu, dried radish egg omelet, fish floss, a salty egg. It's incredible. And of course, high-end Taiwanese black tea. This stuff was extraordinary. I've flown internationally business class before, but I can honestly say I've never been so comfortable as on this flight. The only downside about this whole journey is that we land in Taipei at night, 9:30. And the last time I came to Taiwan, I landed in the morning, so I had the whole day ahead. But this time, by the time I get to the hotel and check in, I'll basically have to crash. I should have touched on this earlier, but the ambient light in the cabin has just a really great feel. It feels kind of energizing. It's not too dark that it feels sleepy, but it's also not too bright to where you feel like you can't sleep.
Dear passengers, welcome to Taiwan Taoyuan International Airport.
This has probably been the nicest flying experience I've ever had in my life, and I am so excited to be back in Taiwan. Not only do I think it's probably the most underrated travel destination I can think of, definitely that I've been to, by a long shot, but there is something in the place that feels like home. I just love it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video in the sky.